At the very first start, I am going to introduce myself. My name is Chan Siu Chok, and you can call me Prudence. I am a student and studying BBA in accountancy at City University. I would like to reflect on my independence learning experiences. I plan to have my independence learning because I'm going to United Kingdom this coming summer. Actually, I'm really scared of talking to the native mainly and simply due to my poor speaking English. Therefore, I will focus on improving my oral English and practice to listen to different accents. First, I watched 4 movies at theater including The Tourist, 127 Hours, The Green Hornet, and Little Frockers. Watching movies teach me how native speakers talk to each other and express themselves. Lively English shows me how to respond in daily dialogue, which facilitates me to imitate them. Also, I really enjoy watching movies. After that, I think I should be able to talk about and describe the movie so that it may create a platform for me to have something to talk with the native naturally when I go abroad. I have 4 discussions with my classmates which I met in the ELC courses. Through these discussions, each of us lead the whole group to watch the movie trailer. The leader will then give us a brief description about it. She then asks us some questions, for example, let us predict what would happen next in the movie, or ask something like, what would we do if we were he or she? Through this kind of activities, I can use my own vocabulary to explain what's going on in the movie and listen to others' point of view. Having a listening ear to hear what others say helps me to understand them in different accents. However, I then found that I was not smoothly talk about the movie and respond quickly to others when having discussions. I discovered that the reason why this problem arises may be that I lack lexical ability. Jenny then introduced the PLA activities provided by CityU ELC. They offered weekly activities including film clubs, traveling and dining club, sports news, communicative games, and etc. It aims at facilitating students to speak out. Then I followed the advice and tried the film club for my first time. B was the facilitator that day, shows us the film called Fool's Gold and asked some questions before we watching it together. She taught us some vocabulary like chick flick, which means a romantic comedy, to rekindle their love, an expression meaning bring their love together, and etc. I found it quite enjoyable. Then I tried others, traveling and dining for another day. B as well gave us a worksheet to begin a conversation with us. Through this conversation, B taught us so many daily life vocabulary about food. For example, fussy eater, meaning the one who is picky for choosing what food to eat. Midnight snack, the potato wedges in KFC, scallop, crunchy, mom and pop restaurants, and so on and so forth. B also leads the discussion very lively, and it is full of fun after all. This considerably helps me when I were aboard and order food in the restaurant, and also I would be more able to hear what the locals say about the food. To enhance the enjoyment of my independent learning, I chose to attend the communicative games as well. Liam was the facilitator that day. He taught us to play Dissert, a new board game introduced to all of us. Since we need to talk in English, it really gives me a comfortable atmosphere for me to speak out. I found the PLA activity very enjoyable, but I think that I need to work on some activities that can strengthen my lexical ability. Then I found a very useful resource, which is the English Town. It is an online learning English resources. Every hour has a live oral class online. The teacher will teach us daily vocabulary about a specific topic. I have done 3 online classes talking about searching for perfect employee, life changes, and the weather forecast. I actively participated in answering questions and reading out articles, also in the discussion or brainstorming questions. I jot notes after the classes and look up the dictionary to find the meaning of some new vocabulary. During the classes, I tried hard to use the new vocabulary I learned in the lessons. Therefore, I found it most useful resources because it totally suits my learning style. I like working on some new vocabulary and immediately practice them by making sentences. Moreover, there were different students like me who came from the other side of the world like France, Thailand, mainland, and etc. I tried hard to hear what they said and paid very much attention in listening. I uncovered that hearing different accents really makes me confused about understanding. After this 10 independent learner experience, I found myself improved a lot in speaking out confidently, not afraid to say it wrong, but just practice it in every opportunity. This can be proved by I actively participated in PLA activities and was a proactive student in English Town oral lessons. For my lexical ability, I cannot be sure to say that I already achieved my objective, but I can say that I am improving and in a good process. This can be proved by the notes in my portfolio, especially shown in the PLA activities and English Town oral classes. However, one objective I set at the very beginning was not successfully met, which is the ability to listen to different people speaking. I am not good at listening to different accents and people who talk very fast. That is what I uncovered in the English Town oral classes and in PLA activities where I listened to the facilitator talking. To conclude, 10 hours is not enough for me, so I would press on improving my lexical ability and listen to different people speaking English at bbclearningenglish.com. And that's all for my sharing. Thank you.